Hi, this is Jackie Murray with Ask a Tech Teacher. I'm your guide through these 32 lessons in the Structured Learning Technology curriculum. We're on lesson 25, and this is 5th grade. This is the second of 4 lessons in this segment on image editing. Important topic, and we've discussed this before, but it's an important topic because students have to legally use images and they have to have the permission to edit them, to change them. So very often they can find a public domain image, but it doesn't quite say what they want it to. If they edit it, it will. Or they'll they'll have their own picture that they want to create, and then they edit that one. So it's a very useful skill to know how to take an image and then adapt it to your needs. These pictures, we're talking about cloning today. So depending upon what you're using, some of these vocabulary may be appropriate or not. Photoshop, even if you're not using Photoshop for your image editing, Photoshop is a verb that people use, so it's worth explaining to students what it means. Marquee, you covered last week. The PSD is the extension for Photoshop designs. Anchor point, cloning, cropping, yeah. So you go through those and pick the ones that fit what you're doing. Have the keyboard quiz ready, because you're gonna if they don't have the student workbooks, they're going to use hard copies you pass out. So evidence of learning, or if you're doing that today, continue your Speak Like a Geek presentations. Use the blank keyboard quiz and have them fill that out in groups. That's discussed in the keyboarding lesson, so you can go back to that. I won't go over that again. Then open up the image editor you use in your class. This is Photoshop, but you can use whatever tool you have in your class. It's fine. And they're going to clone today. So discuss what cloning means. They might know cloning pets, cloning animals. This is cloning the picture. So you can see the difference here. This picture in the center that cloned, or picture here, they cloned in flowers, and then they cloned out flowers. And they both look pretty good. Of course, we're talking about not terribly high pixel pictures, but they've done correctly. Students can make these look very authentic. So here's, so you want them to open 2 pictures and then open a picture and practice cloning that picture, either adding to it, like up here, adding more polar bears or taking polar bears away within one picture. Then open 2 pictures and clone, say, in this case, we cloned the polar bear from the sub to the sea cave. You can see they're exactly alike. They're cloned. So have them clone, they could clone themselves to the astronauts in space. In this case, we cloned the dog there. We cloned the dog head on the man and the man's head on the dog. So they're cloning between things. Have them try both of those. That will take them most of the class to do. If they get done early, have them do one for fun of themselves, clone themselves somewhere in the world. And take some notes. How did it go? Was it too much in one lesson? Was it too slow? Whatever. Print the clone picture and the original. Ask 10 people. This is their exit ticket. If they can tell which was Photoshopped. So can they tell? Of course you can tell this is, because no one has a man's head on a dog. But how about this one? Can you tell that was cloned? Can you tell this was cloned? Can you tell this was cloned? So show that their assignment is to show 10 people the pictures and ask which is the original. Is this the original or is this the original? And see if anyone can tell. And that will be enough said about why cloning is very effective and not allowed in courts anymore. Let's see if there's anything in here that we don't know. We're good. And then we go in the third lesson on image editing next week. Okay, guys, let me know if you have questions. I'm happy to help you. Have a great week, and I'll see you in a week.